Hi, this is Billie Beene here with a world news flash update. Today's date, June 13, 2024, time about 6 p.m. in Texas. This is World News episode 174. It appears that Russia may be prepping for a nuclear first strike, and we have other forces hitting in Israel. Some of my sources are God in the Bible, Patriot Subscriber, Hal Turner, War News 24/7, a recent interview of Judge Napolitano with PEPE ESCOBAR. So we see PEPE ESCOBAR was asked today by Judge Napolitano, what do you think is going to happen soon? PEPE ESCOBAR is an independent journalist currently living in Russia who said, he believes Russia will level Kiev in 2 days and that the war may end within 3 months. And we have this from Hal Turner and War News 24/7 that on June 12, unannounced, Russia put in place a nuclear practice exercise, they say, but it's believed now that they were going through their preps to be sure their tactical nukes were loaded and they were ready to launch from the Arctic Sea to the Baltic Sea, located in this area. Now, what is the new information that is making many analysts, including Hal Turner and other military analysts, believe that Russia is prepping for a nuclear first strike is because today, June 13, unannounced. Also, the exercise for the nuclear practice yesterday was unannounced. It was just a public announcement was made. It was put in place yesterday. Today, they're announcing that they have deployed a new gen air defense system, S-500. NATO believed they would not be in place for another 6 months, nor was NATO prepared for the number of S-500 air defense systems that Russia deployed and put in place today and have turned on. Located in St. Petersburg, Crimea, Moscow, all Russian nuke silos, and other military and government locations. Hal Turner's assessment was it appears Russia preps for first strike. And we have going on in the U.S., we have Russia had deployed 11 subs along the U.S. East Coast last week. And then a few days ago, they put into Cuba several ships and a sub, the Admiral Gorshkov, plus a Kazan Yasin M type sub. The Zircon missiles on the Admiral Gorshkov can reach anywhere inside the U.S. and into Canada. Plus, it's coming out that Russia has placed 27 Russian subs along the U.S. West Coast and into the Pacific Ocean. So along the U.S. West Coast, around Hawaii, around Guam, and other locations, and around Alaska. So we see Russia in the last few days or the last 2 weeks, they deployed all these subs around the U.S. The last few days, they put the ship and sub in Cuba. Yesterday, they put in place their nuclear forces from the Arctic to the Baltic Sea. And today, they deployed all of their new gen air defense systems, S-500. Multiple military analysts believe Russia is prepping for a nuclear first strike. It's believed by many that Russia is waiting for NATO to send F-16s from Poland or Romania to hit inside Ukraine against Russian forces or to hit inside traditional Russia. And Russia will perceive this to be a nuclear strike by NATO, or I guess if they have intel that NATO is getting ready to do this, that Russia then would turn on a dime and initiate a nuclear first strike. And the reason that Russia would perceive the F-16s as a nuclear threat is because the U.S. insisted that all F-16s that were going to be going inside Ukraine or inside traditional Russia be modified to carry nukes. So we can pray for America and for other nations who simply want to be able to worship God in freedom and have other inalienable rights and pursue peace and prosperity. In news about Israel, the Houthis in Yemen have teamed up with the militias from Iraq and have hit multiple military targets inside two Israeli cities, Haifa and Ashdod. And they also recently, this morning, sank a commercial carrier Tudor. And they are confirming that they put a hole in the deck of the USS Eisenhower carrier. The USS Eisenhower carrier is in port in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and the U.S. military has also withdrawn from Djibouti all U.S. military ships and destroyers. This concludes my flash. I love you, and I'll see you soon.